All right, welcome back, everyone. This is Media Marauders. How are y'all doing? I wish we had like a track where we could just have clapping and laughing in the background because we've been highly favored and missed for so long, bro. I feel like thank you. There you go, James. All that enthusiasm. That's what we need. Thank you, sir. So James would be that guy then. All right, cool. Nah, all right, fellas, man. I feel like we've been gone for so damn long. How y'all been, man?
Yeah, been good. Been playing a whole bunch of that Scarlet Nexus, so
Jesus.
I still need to finish watching two of your videos on that you recorded because I know I'm not going to play it, but I'm so invested in the story. I'm definitely invested.
Go ahead and put that plug out real quick, Mr. Thomas. Where can we watch these videos at?
You can watch them on the Earthly Random YouTube page. Might be dropping. Actually, I'm probably gonna be recording tonight too, because I don't know. I'm trying to decide if I want to or not. I might record tonight.
Bro, I've been so neglectful towards that game. I've been getting back on Strive, been trying to get onto Celestial. Bro, I've been on rank. I was on level 9 when I stepped away for like 3 weeks not to play rank, just to get myself better in player matches. Jumped back into rank, jumped as soon as I got to the 10th floor, they butted my ass back out. I got head butted back out, man. I was in level 9 for a good while, and then I was back in rank 8, but still fighting on rank 9. Yeah, bro, they demolished me. Potemkins were killing this shit out of me, dude. They were just whooping my ass, and I was so mad. Oh my gosh! So now I'm rank 8 on floor 9 though. So I'm trying to get my respect back, man.
I've been watching you and Nigel play against Potemkin, and I was like, whoa, keep going in, man. The combination once you catch that drop on you, like with the grab, and he drop you, then he goes into the combination after that. Yeah,
Potemkin's like a two combo killer.
Yeah, he gets you with 2 hits. I mean, 2 combos. That's it. You're done. And I use Geo, so I love my rushdown character. But so you got to stay in and out or play smart. You know what I mean? Can't play into his big ass hands. But literally. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Thomas, I want to say thank you for holding us down last week, man. We're all busy taking care of stuff. People on vacation had to be with family, but my man still stepped up, came through, did that review with Final Fantasy VII Integrated. If y'all haven't checked it out, audience and viewers, subscribers, if you haven't checked out the video, please check it out now. My man did a great job with explaining what the game was. I didn't get to watch the whole thing because I still want to get into the game. I still want to get a PS5 and play the game. So it looked good from what I saw, Mr. Thomas. Thank you again, sir. Another applause for that one, sir. Thank you.
I did watch all of it, and even though I watched it, when I get to PS5, I'm still going to play it because I'm not going to remember it. But it was something that made me want to play the game. I was like, I look forward to playing this whenever the PS5 happens.
I'm telling you, like I said in that review, though, if you get the chance to play that game, you have to play it. It made me doing that video and then thinking about it. I'm so ready for the sequel to remake.
I appreciate that excitement. Yeah, you said what?
2024.
2024. Come on, man. You gotta be hopeful. If anything, just be happy that another game is gonna come out, man, and you'll be able to be alive. Hopefully, God willing, that we'll be alive to see it happen. You know what I mean?
I feel like we're always waiting for something. Like they got this new exciting thing. Next thing you know, so many years pass. Like, yo, what happened in the other years? I mean, I don't know.
It moves by. There's so many games to play, man. So many things to be entertained by.
Yeah.
So thank you again, Mr. Thomas, for holding down Media Marauders. Of course, this is a fucking family, bro. This is a conglomerate. This is a group. I can't say gang. That's kind of like a negative connotation, right?
Why? Because we black.
I mean, it doesn't help that we're black. Brown and black men here. It doesn't help.
You ever watch Sunny in Philadelphia? They always refer to them as the Sunny in Philadelphia game. Like the Patty's Pub game.
I love that fucking show. I really got to get back. Sunny, it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is a great, hilarious TV show. That's a quick suggestion for the viewers. And James, if you haven't seen it, please watch it. It's hilarious.
I've definitely seen it. I haven't watched it religiously, but I need something to watch and have to be on TV if I wasn't watching The Office. But Always Sunny is on. Let me watch this.
Yes, hilarious. But all right. As you can see, we're one man short. Mr. King couldn't make it tonight, and this man has important things to take care of, so he couldn't make it. So this one goes out to you, King. Hopefully when you come back to the next episode, you'll be here with us to make it a one big Voltron set. Last week, once again, Thomas came up with a review for Final Fantasy VII Integrate with Yuffie. Check out the video. And today, we're going to get into what we do best, media marauding. We find some content that we've enjoyed, we've searched through the net on, and we want to kind of just give it out to the world and see what y'all think. And to start us off, Mr. Thomas, you got something for us, man?
Yeah, man. All right, so I started.
Go ahead, man. Configure. Go ahead and configure. You good?
I don't know what's going on. I guess I'm reflecting green somehow, which it's behind me, not in front of me, but makes no sense.
Low key, I understand. You should watch.
Yeah. But Rockstar released 2 trailers because they're releasing updates to Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto Online, because that's the game that just keeps making them money hand over fist. And
damn right.
This new Red Dead Redemption trailer, I'm like, it's about time. I'm about to posse back up and hop in there, which I'm telling you, y'all should buy it. It's like $9 to buy just the online version of it. Like, or something. $9. That or like $12.
I mean, I can't remember. Shouldn't you play the game though, like the actual game, to really enjoy it?
No, like yes and no, because I put like 200 hours into the game, but then I like 100 hours into online, and online has its own story which takes place before the game. So like just like like Grand Theft Auto Online, but yeah, so like seeing what they have going with it, I was like, oh, they're doing some work with it, which had me like mad pumped.
So explain that. Okay. Like, what are they doing?
Yeah. What's the excitement? Why are we excited?
Because like so far, if you've been playing Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption Online, you've had bounty hunter missions, you had moonshiner missions, like you can start your own moonshining business, your bounty hunting business, gold, or become a hunter, or like just a random hunter. And then they have like these story missions. They finally are coming out with just being the outlaw missions, which I've been wanting. Me and the posse, who have sat there and set people on fire, kidnapped people, hunted people down just for the fun of it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're adding train heists finally. Like
that, I would love to do.
Have train heists? I'm surprised when I see this. I was like, that ain't new, but that's new. I had no idea.
It's new online because you do train heists in the story mode, but online is just a whole world in itself. Like, and seeing that trailer, I was like, yo, I'm ready. I'm ready to run with it. I'm like, yo, I hit my boy. I'm like, yo, we hopping back on. We getting the posse back together. Hitting people up in Pennsylvania. Yo, we rolling. Like, it's the thing is the gameplay is really like the Red Dead Redemption gameplay is good. Online gameplay is good. The biggest problem that they had was there wasn't a lot to do after you did like the 10 story missions in online. But now you have like that. You have like the moonshiner missions, which me and my boys, we did those already. Like started our own moonshine business, burnt people, did all this other stuff. We became #1 guns in the moonshining business. Built up our camp. We have like you just make them backtracking. If you start a posse, your posse is always like say y'all join my posse. You can always just jump into my posse if I'm playing. Like once I put up my flag saying, yo, can't remember the name of it. The one of them was like the something gentleman. But when the posse would go up, you would see the list of them who was already in it. Like, and if they could easily jump in because you can have like a posse up to 8 people at once. Some of the missions are only up to 4 people, but 8 people at once. So we would just wreck shop sometimes, and then you could get bounties while just playing the game. Like if I roll up to Max's character, hog tie him, beat him, and then like an NPC sees it and they report it, I have a bounty now that other players didn't collect. So
that's dope. I like that. It's his own little world, like how Grand Theft Auto is. But I feel like in the West, in the Midwest, like a westernized, Wild West type of vibe. I like that.
It was just fun. Like it's a fun game. It's just it had a rocky start and it took them a good minute to
get the online features going.
Yeah, get the online features going. At one point, it was like even just trying to connect to online was terrible. But that was the same issue that Grand Theft Auto Online had when it popped off. And I'm like, if it keeps going the way they're going, I can see this getting even bigger than than Grand Theft Auto Online, which I'm hoping it lasts just as long as Grand Theft Auto Online.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto, like, I mentioned it before, it's been going since PlayStation 3, and now it's on the PlayStation 5. Well, they're still creating for PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Which that?
So about those bounties, when you're online, so other gangs or posses can roll up on you, and you gotta kill the other posse to protect.
Oh yeah. Because I remember like even certain times, like it's like say like you go and collect a mission sometimes.
Yeah, posse wars.
Deep into it, but like you collect a mission, you will see a bounty to pick up, and there's bounty for just like me who has like did some kind of like I just killed a couple people, so I had like a $20 bounty. But then there's like if I am really like horrendous with it, and I have like a $200-$300 bounty or something like that, which is a lot back then. You might go to the bounty board and see me up there, and if you collect that, then you get money to come after me. Like if you take me out,
damn,
you get a full mission of coming after me. But if I have a full posse, you also have to contend with my full posse while trying to get to me.
What happens
too? So it's basically like a posse war.
Oh yeah, there's also just random posse wars that do break out.
So what happens when you die in those particular moments? Do you lose all your loadouts? Do you lose money? Like what is the penalty for losing?
No, you lose the money, and you lose money. You don't really lose loadouts. You'll just lose money. Some of the items you have on you. It's not like it's gonna restart. It's not gonna really fully penalize you. But if you play like if I'm a very reckless, violent player, people know. Like when you see me pop up on your mini map, you're gonna see a dark red dot pop up. Whereas everyone who plays good is a white dot. So when you see a red dot show up, it's like those situations like you sometimes you're riding on a horse and you look at someone and they're looking at you like, yo, is it about to pop off? It might not.
It might just happen at any time.
It's the Wild West. It's
I like that. I really like that aesthetic. It makes me really want to get Red Redemption too.
Like Red Dead Redemption, make me want to get it. The story is great. Like even if you just get the single player mode, it's worth it because that's like 100-something hours right there.
It takes so long. That's why like I was playing the Red Dead Redemption, the first one, or Red Dead, and after a while, it's like, I'm putting in so many hours, and I started just doing other stuff. But I love the game, like just like Grand Theft Auto 5. So it's like, should I continue it? And then I just didn't. So, but I've always been interested in it, and I see like ads or something pop up. I'm like, this might pull me back in one day. But you know me, it ain't pull me back in.
I think that's why you would probably enjoy the online, because online you can complete the story pretty. Like playing with some friends, you can complete the story in a few, maybe like 10, 15 hours. And then you don't have to pay the full price of getting the full game, because Rockstar games don't really drop in price often. And then you can just upgrade to the full game at some point if you decide, you know what, I want to just play it here and there, because it's one of those games like it's an easy game to play in a long period, because going to the offline mode, when you're playing with Arthur Morgan, he's constantly taking down notes when he's playing the game. So you have a journal that you can look back and say, what was I doing? What happened? And you can just read through it and see what you were, kind of get you up with what you were doing before you started stop playing. But, and just to throw another quick small one out there, Grand Theft Auto also announced a update on their end, which
surprise,
because that game is not going anywhere, which reminded me of Midnight Club Racing big time. When I saw it,
I've heard Rockstar did that game too, right?
Yeah, and
that's the game I was thinking of.
Yeah, Midnight Club's been gone since
PS2.
Yeah, since PS2. So I was like, oh, y'all can bring that back? Never? Makes sense. They could let it live in Grand Theft Auto Online. So this is just a purely racing tuning.
Oh, that's fire.
Grand Theft Auto Online.
I should have played this.
So
I was thinking of that game when you were talking about Grand Theft Auto for some reason. Randomly, I thought of Midnight Race Club. Is that ludicrous? Are they doing Fast and the Furious in that bitch, man?
Yo, that's dope. Yo, come on, man. I'm excited. Oh man.
I'm telling you,
it definitely look like Fast and the Furious, man. The first and second movie.
The thing is, like, if you would have heard, if you could hear the music, like if you go back and watch the trailer after we're done filming, it has like that like Tokyo Drift soundtrack.
Yeah. If you want Tokyo, yeah, I got you. that was a badass beat though.
Karaoke boys.
Yeah, man. That's definitely early 2000.
So
okay, so you're obviously looking forward to this one. I know Red Dead is a franchise that you steadily talk about even outside the channel too. So
and just remember, if y'all get your PS5s in time, Grand Theft Auto Online will be free on PlayStation Plus when it drops.
That's not bad, I guess.
If we get it in time. What is in time? Can you explain?
Hopefully this year.
I don't know how long they're gonna like. That's the thing. Like some of these PlayStation 5 games, they've been like. The thing is, the truth of the matter is, if you have the PlayStation app, you should be downloading on PlayStation 5 games in PlayStation Plus. That way, you just have them.
Just
they be putting
transfer them over to the 5.
Oh, okay.
3 months.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing. I want to get Tales of Innocence, even though I've seen the gameplay for it, but that's only going to be for the PS5.
Well, it's already out on PlayStation 4. That was the PS5 though update.
That's just the update to the PS5.
I heard it's really
get it for free. I'm saying it's really good. I saw the gameplay for it. I watched the whole story of it, but they're making a second one, so I'm looking forward to that one. That one I'm buying.
Tales
of Innocence. It's a good one. It's pretty much medievalish, like in France during like the 16th century. I want to say 15th to 16th century.
Deal with Black Plagues.
Yeah, Black Plague. The rats, and you use fire as a puzzle solver. Pretty much, you have a lot of puzzle solving moments. It's interesting. There's some supernatural moments in there too. With your little kid, the girl with her kid brother. I kind of like the story behind that. But quick shout out to that game in their studio.
Yeah, I might try it.
So Red Dead Redemption Online. What's it called again?
Red Dead Redemption Online, Blood Money.
Blood Money. That we just watched that trailer. So for the subscribers and viewers, when's it releasing?
It's already out. It came out
already out
on the 13th.
Are you planning on getting it, or you already got it?
Oh, I downloaded it like before we started.
I should have known. I should have known. You better hop on that bitch tonight. You're not going to work tomorrow. I know that.
What's going on?
All right, you got any other follow-ups, Mr. Thomas?
That's it for me.
All right, man. Good shit, man. Red Dead Redemption, Blood Money. All right, man. All right, now I guess we'll jump into the next topic. I'll start it off, Mr. James, if you could just hold your horses there, because I know you're so ready over there, man. I'll go ahead and jump it. Recently, I saw something in Twitter today where I usually go and allow myself to be upset and frustrated with the world. That's where I go to, Twitter. There was a discussion. You said what?
It's a new Facebook almost.
Yeah, I mean, you know me, man. I usually try to stay out of everything, conflict and all that, but I sure do like to be nosy. So, so this might be a very old argument and debate, or whatever you want to call it. Difficulty in games. Recently, I think something you might want to help me out with this, Thomas. Correct me if I'm wrong with it. But recently, there's been some issues with reviewers on how they've been reviewing games and the difficulty that they're playing on, where they're playing the game on easy mode and only playing a few hours of it, Mr. Thomas. Am I right?
Okay, so it's a two-part thing. Some people in the industry and some gamers take issue with the fact that there are reviewers that only play games on easy mode, and they write reviews based off of that, and that they and there's a lot of reviewers who don't even finish the games that they're reviewing.
Yes.
Which people
Game Informer, like people on Game Informer, stuff like that, do that?
Like people at the larger companies.
For example, people that actually have established industries known for their game reviews and talking about games.
It's right? Like it's their job to write a review, because that's what sells.
People playing the whole game.
And that's all right. And so that's where the crust of what I'm speaking on is. First, I want to talk about game difficulty or games with difficulty within games. Me personally, I can only speak from my experience playing games. I'm not going to say I'm an elitist gamer. I'm not going to say I'm the true gamer of all gamers, that I play every game on normal and hard, but I do enjoy a challenge in every game that I play. I've never been the type to play easy on any of my games. I mean, until I got to a certain age anyways. I always, at a certain point when my beginning phases of gaming, I liked it because of the story. Like I wanted to beat the game, so I played on easy mode. But when I got to an age or to an experience where I felt comfortable and I wanted that challenge, and, you know, I wanted to see what was more, I played on normal and hard. It was always a thing with me. And then, you know, finding games like from software like Sekiro, Dark Souls, Demon Souls, I mean, games like that where there is no level of difficulty. It's just hard. Like the challenge is there right when you play the game. You're gonna die within the first 10 minutes if you're not paying attention. So to hear about these type of reviews or listen to some of these people that are arguing about it, I see both sides of this. And I'm gonna be that guy that's gonna play devil's advocate like I usually do because I'm good at it, and it makes me comfortable with life. I see both spectrums of the easy and the hard. I want to talk about a Twitter comment from Mr. Corey Balrog, the director of the most recent God of War game, and he mentioned there was a bit of a spat, like I said on Twitter, about this, and he mentioned a interesting analogy. This is from Corey Balrog. It's like someone saying they like a building because it only has stairs. An elevator and ramps will make it too easy. Then just keep taking the stairs and ignore the elevator and ramps. The enjoyment is still there, only now it's accessible for all instead of a select few. Heart emoji. If you don't understand what Mr. Balrog is saying here, he's pretty much saying that easy mode should be an accessible feature within all games. It should be something that for the casual gamer to just pick up and play and just go off from their own kind of merit. And then when they feel comfortable enough, they could jump to any kind of difficulty from there. I kind of have an issue with that. And I guess Mr. Thomas can kind of follow up with me. I see an issue with that because of how we should allow creators to create. If they made this game to be hard, then it's hard. If you don't want to get good, then don't play the game. Watch the gameplay. Watch someone else on YouTube. All these YouTubers can play it for you and just check it out from there. I want that challenge. I love Sekiro. I was able to beat the game, not fully. I found out there's more to it that I need to go back and buy the game and play it some more. But I love Bloodborne. I love how difficult that game is. I stopped playing it because of the frustration. I haven't finished it.
I heard Bloodborne was harder than Sekiro. I heard Bloodborne's hard.
It's extremely hard. It's extremely hard. Demon Souls, Dark Souls, I haven't played in either of those games, but I want to get into the franchise. I enjoyed the difficulty. I enjoyed the grotesque lore behind it, and I'm sure I'm going to enjoy Elden Ring, the most recent installment within From Software. Go ahead, Thomas.
Just to jump in on that, like with the From Software thing, I can understand it because like you played Armored Core, right, James?
Just a little bit. I didn't buy the game. I just rented it.
But you remember how difficult that game was? That was a From Software game. Like, that's what I used to love about them. Like, if you took out that difficulty out of that game, it wouldn't be.
It depends on the type of game. Hold on. It depends on the type of game you are. So let's even jump into the game you guys are playing right now. What's it called?
Scarlet Nexus.
Scarlet Nexus. So I'm in love with the storyline of Scarlet Nexus. Let's say I have a lot of games I want to play, and I just don't want to watch other people's gameplay. Like, I want to play it myself.
Yeah.
Get some feel for the game, but I want to get through it quickly because I got a whole backlog of games. Then I might select easy. I, in my life, have never selected easy. I've always been on normal. But for my backlog of games, that it's like, in my mind, it's like, maybe I should actually do this so I can catch up on some of my games and play the ones I've been having on the back burner. So when the new games come out that I really want to play, especially when I get a PS5, I could just jump right into them. I will select normal then, but I think the enjoyment of playing a game is all personal. Like, you can play on normal, you can play on easy, or you can play on really hard. Really hard is going to be frustrating as I don't know what, or hard is going to be frustrating as I don't know what. Then they got like God mode or whatever they want to put, like expert, whatever they want to call it. But to get through the game, to see the storyline, because some games really have some good plots, you might just do it that way and say, you know what, when I come back, I'm going to run through this game on normal to get the rest of the experience and whatever else they might throw at me. Because like, different levels of games, you might be fighting totally different characters or use bigger hordes or whatever might come at you. Like, oh, I thought I could just hit this. You had one strategy to kill somebody, and the strategy might change with the level of difficulty. Realize like, if I get hit twice, I'm done. Let's go with like even RE8 or anything like that. You have to be meticulous with how you use your bullets and your weapons and everything, or you get hit twice, you're done. When you go through any other way, like, level, like you get more bullets, you get everything. I think that's the same way, but you still enjoy the story. Like, this story, they did a great job. Let's even go with the last game I'm gonna mention is Last of Us 2 or just Last of Us series. You want to run through and feel like, the pain in the background of the story. You might just do that on easy because you've been hearing so much about, like me, for instance, like, it's not a game I would just typically pick up, but I knew it was an amazing game. It's like, you see people reviews, even your reviews, like you just want to play the game to get the experience and play whatever games you're usually more interested in at the time. So that's my view on it. But I love normal mode. It's just sometimes it just could be convenient. Play easy.
I hear that. That's like I definitely hear, because when you were talking, I was like, even I remember when I was playing Left Alive, because I really wanted to experience the story, and that game was terribly hard to the point where people just didn't enjoy it. Like it seemed like no one enjoyed it. They made an easier mode for people to enjoy, which a lot, like if you wanted to play the story, you jumped in, made it a little bit you had more range, more accessibility that way. But then there's more. Then like again, like when I'm playing Armored Core, like I played Armored Core for that challenge of figuring out, like if you took out the figuring out the gameplay of building your mech to be a mech that you could use and win those missions, it really took the gameplay out completely. Like you took out the Armored Core was a game about solving a puzzle each mission, and then if you were able to put that game on easy, you just took the puzzles out, and then what would the game be?
So I think that you only could do it on certain games. Like you only play easy on certain games to get the real experience of the games. Honestly,
and that's kind of the discussion we had, Thomas and I, before that we started up the episode today, where if it's story driven and story focused, I feel like the difficulty isn't the main point of what's being said here. But like when you have games like we got to use From Software, because I think they're one of the most popular, if not the only studio I could think of, studio I could think of that makes these really difficult games. So I can't help but I lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
I think it's the foundation of the game. If you build your game off of difficulty to help you progress through and become a better player, learning how to parry everything, because you don't parry or do good counterattacks when you have the opening.
Pay attention. Yeah.
To pay attention. Sometimes, like, to get the cues, that's what those games are built off of. They're built to be hard. But if the game is not built just to be hard, I think it's different. So I don't see those games like that being played on easy mode. I don't see that.
So what about so I think the big argument with people is, should an easy mode be accessible, period?
No, I don't think that's an argument anymore. I think that, like, there are like the full game purists who are like, well, and I'm one of those people too who believe it's up to the creators. If you want to have easy mode in there, take the time to do it. If you don't, it's you don't have to. It's not like, yes, accessibility, because there are people who need those for accessibility, but it's like these games aren't mandatory. Like, these are entertainment. It's like if Bob wants to make his game like the old school Ninja Turtles game, which was brutally hard, that I don't think I met anyone who ever finished it.
Altered Beast, man. Oh my gosh.
So like, if you want to make a game like that, and then people are like, it's a badge of honor for some people to play because that game was brutally hard to beat. Yeah, that's on you. But then if you don't have to buy it, which is the thing though. Like, there's certain games I'm like when I bought Left Alive, I was like, I would never tell anyone to buy that game because it's like
not because but it's not a bad game. It's just a very difficult game. Or
no, it was so bad. It was so difficult. It was bad.
Damn. Like you don't enjoy that. That reminds me of like hot sauce. People get the hottest hot sauce possible just to say, yo, I got the badge of honor because I made it through this really hot sauce.
But did it taste good?
Did you taste anything, or was your mouth just burning the whole time? Did you even know what you ate?
And that's the thing, though. I'm like, that's where I do see some issue with people wanting to completely take those away and talk down on them. I'm like, there are some people that's their enjoyment that they complete what no one else can complete. And I'm like, yeah, it's messed up sounding, but there's some people we all go to the gym, and we seen the people who live probably 10 times what, I don't know 10 times, but probably like 5 times what James lifts, and it's like you're happy you can lift that, and you're happy no one else can lift that. Like, so
it's definitely a prideful ego thing.
Yeah, but that's their enjoyment. Like that is their enjoyment, and where we shouldn't be judging people for wanting to play easy, we shouldn't be judging them for really wanting to play something that's excessively difficult that no one else can compete.
Mm-hmm. And that's the split, though. That's where I believe the major split comes down to, because these games are meant to be played. Obviously, the creators, they enjoyed it. They enjoyed making it. They enjoyed creating it. Let's put it out to the world and show these people what we developed. And you're going to have the ones that are going to enjoy it because of the difficulty. It splits, but it does split the gamers down the middle. You have the ones that can play these games, they enjoy it and they learn from it and they move forward from it. But then you have the ones that get to a point, still may give up. And those are the ones that have more of a voice because of the negatives that they find within not being able. I feel like the negative voices are more heard over the positive.
But that's obviously the thing. I understand for some of them, it's all about inclusivity and in the inclusivityness of it, which I will give them. That is a yes, but I'm like, sometimes things just aren't for everyone, and it's like
exactly
we kind of have to accept that to an extent.
That's like a sin to say. Be careful, Mr. Thomas.
I don't want to come off sounding too wild with it. I'm not a wild boy.
Not yet. We're not wild boys yet. We're not gonna give a fuck very soon. Hopefully in the future.
Boy. But it's like it's like when it comes to art and yes, it's a business, so I do know it's a business, but when it comes to art, there's art that's not accessible to everyone. There are certain art pieces that if we all look at, some of us might get it and some of us will never see it. It's we, in the name of inclusivity, we can't constantly force other people to do what we want. Exactly. Then that's shifting it to the other extreme, which like you're taking happiness, even though it shouldn't be that important. You're taking happiness from other people at that point.
Yeah, I kind of think like, the whole trophy system, stuff like that too. People don't get all the trophies for every game, but then they want to still complete the game, Some people do, depending on the game, but some games are extremely hard. You're like, you know what? I'm just trying to make it through the game. I just want to make it through the game for myself versus always watching somebody else play it, because you don't get the same level of enjoyment. Like, you're just there for the story. You're just there for the story. Like, I'm going to watch this because I got plenty of other things to do. I don't have time to put 50, 60 to 100 hours into a game. So you just watch what you can,
And that's where it's understandable. Like I'll clown and joke on anybody just to joke around. But in the end of the day, if that's what you want to do, if you want to play the game for what it is, then play it. Like, it doesn't fucking matter what anyone says. Just enjoy the game. All right. Like I get that. You still gonna get these jokes, but I get it. I definitely get it.
I really do feel though this discussion comes from people not wanting to feel left out, which we're grown. Like we're adults.
Left out of like completing the game.
Yeah, because
just let that. Yeah, well,
you left out. Play it, love it, and don't finish the game. They're left out too. Like I touched the game. they never completed the game though.
But the thing, that's why, like, for me, it's a hard one, because it's like I understand when it comes from the accessibility issues. Like, some people, their hands just don't work the way.
That's
dexterity.
As you get older too, that's definitely a thing.
And that's the thing. But then I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, if a game for that, I understand 100%. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know what to say. I'm like, you can't force creators to. You know what? I'm gonna take it back to something that I can talk on, and this is we're about to get in wild boy territory. Don't give money to people who don't want to make things for you.
Ooh,
it's
elaborate, sir.
Like, you remember how I'm one of those people. I believe in the LGBTQ community, all that stuff. Don't give money to people who don't want to bake cakes for you. Don't give people who want to persecute you. Like, if I go into the store and they say something bad about me being a Black person, Latino person, I am not going to give them my money after that. I don't care if you want to apologize afterwards. I would rather you go out of business. But we got to understand.
That's real shit.
I don't want to force people to accept me ever.
And that's also somewhat of a callback to one of our episodes about boycotting. Do it fucking right. If you're not about that shit, don't support that shit. Keep it moving.
Exactly.
Like, you can make it known, like, yo, like, I don't play X, Y, and Z games because they're accessibility games. Like, they don't put an easy mode in here. They don't put a hard mode in here. Yeah, I see everyone over there enjoying it, but I'm not going to play it.
Yeah.
It's like,
and that's and that's someone saying that could be an extremist way of looking at it, but it's like, no, I don't appreciate the game. I don't want to play the game. I know I'm not going to be able to beat this game, so I'm not going to bother. You know what I mean? And of course, you have someone like, go ahead, James.
Oh, I definitely cut you off. I was gonna say, like, Dark Souls or like Bloodborne. Like, yo, that game was crazy. I'm like, I can't. I'm not picking that game up. I'm not putting the time in. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, it's a thing.
And like that another game, because I streamed it also, the demo for A Stranger in Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin. I saw people complaining. You're like, this game is too hard. This isn't that. I'm like, that was a fun game for me.
Yeah,
and I don't even like Dark Soul type games. And I'm like, it might be too hard for you, but they're aiming at trying to get that Dark Souls crowd to play this game. If they aim for you, the person who finds this game too hard, they're going to lose that crowd. Which, it's like, for them, it's like, which one's going to pay for this? Like, this Final Fantasy game is not made for you; it's made for them. So,
and
you kind of have.
It's not even. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
It's kind of like, it's made for them, but you're angry that it's not made for you. And I understand it's a problem. Like, you feel left out, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
You can't say that with everything now. You can't just leave everybody out of everything. Like, that's not gonna
work.
Yeah,
of course. And that's where that's where the divide comes to as well. Like, there's
I know. I'm just saying, like, that creates the biggest divide ever. We keep doing that for everything.
Well, and everything's not for everyone.
That's true.
Everyone isn't.
When's the last time y'all went and saw one of them romance movies and were like, oh, you know what? That was made for me.
I'm not
All right, that's completely all right. Well, yeah, you could use that. You could kind of correlate that. But all right, hold up, man. If we're down to keep discussing this, that's fine. But let's do a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Y'all stay tuned. All right. Welcome back. This is Media Marauders. We did a quick commercial break. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up with the topic of video games and difficulties. Mr. Thomas, your last thoughts on this?
My thing is, like, after seeing some of the messages and, like, the people posting it happily, like, gleefully, I would like for reviewers to let it be like what's the word I'm looking for? Be transparent with it a bit.
Like, announce it.
If you play review the game on easy, I would kind of like to know, because then it gives me a sense of where I'm reading this review from.
Mm-hmm.
Because I seen, like, I saw it with people with Scarlet Nexus a little bit. Some people said they had to put it on hard to get any type of challenge from it, which a lot of times people will give that caveat when they're reviewing, like, oh, for this game to be challenging, I had to make it hard, put it on hard mode. So if you put it on easy mode, and if you constantly put everything on easy mode, I would like for them to say that I would kind of know like, all right, well, you're not playing the game from the same place I would normally play it from, so it would help me figure out where to like how many grains of salt to give with your review, like what I want to, if I would like to look at your review for gameplay, like if
how much weight does that what you're saying hold for me now? Like I have to gauge that. So having a fair warning of, I played this game on easy, and this it just wasn't compelling enough for me. Well, motherfucker, you played on easy. That's what I'm in my head, obviously. But to the next person, be like, okay, so this seems like a game that I still want to check out, even though on easy it wasn't challenging for him. It might be challenging for me, type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like see, like because for me, I'm not one of those people who believe in writing like your reviewers nasty comments. I'm like, it's like if you play games on easy or like I start realizing we don't really click in the same type of games that we like, then I just don't give your reviews that same weight. As there's a few reviewers, like I'm pretty sure every game that I played and I love one for one they play. And it's like if they say, yo, I don't like this game, I'm like, you know what? They don't like it. We have a almost mirrored like of games, like from Mega Man to Final Fantasy to Tales. And like, my big mains, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I could see what you're saying. I try to still give the benefit of the doubt. Like if someone was to tell me Dirge of Cerberus was trash, because it is, but if they were to tell me Dirge of Cerberus is trash, let me stop. But if they were to say Dirge of Cerberus was trash before me playing it, I will still want to check it out because it's a Final Fantasy game. It has Vincent, one of my favorite characters from Final Fantasy, and you're shooting around things like this, like as Vincent. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna check it. And Dirge of Cerberus has its up and downs, but it's a decent game for what it was. You know what I mean?
It was Square doing
venturing out
thing with
but just using that as an example, like I'm sure a review got from IGN gave it like a 6 or something when it first came out.
The review was like, if it's like below a 7, most likely I won't play it.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was below 7.
But that's the thing though. It's like I would like to know, because like people like to say reviews are objective, but art's subjective. So that's
a whole thing. But no, I wanted to just kind of pick y'all's brain on it. So my final thoughts on it is let the creators create, but at the same time, I understand the viewpoint of the complaining gamer. I understand the casual gamers, why they would complain.
And this thing, I don't even want to call them casual gamer. I just want to because everyone's a gamer. Like if you play games, you're a gamer. I don't really like that. Like
that's true, because if you play games or you don't play games.
It's either you like it. Like if you like slot machines as much as some gamers hate the fact that people like slot machines. If you like slot machines and you just like to play 21, the video game 21, or Uno, the video game, you're a gamer. Plain and simple.
Yeah. I'll take my looks away. I'll take my looks back. I made a couple funny faces when you said you mentioned that, but that's a good point. If you play games, you're a gamer.
Like the people who like the visual novels, they're gamers, like Max.
I can't really wink that well, so kind of
because you're not a real gamer. That's why.
Horrible winker. You're a bad gamer. All right. What about you, James? Real quick and concise. What do you think, man? What do you think about this topic?
I think it's a good topic because I don't play games as much as you guys play games, but I still love games. And I'll look at reviews, or I'll look at some quick videos of the gameplay, or if somebody did a playthrough, if it was quick, I'll look at different sections here and there if y'all posted or whatever. So to me, I see both sides. I like playing a game for what it is. To me, games are art. Like, they're works of art. So I want to experience it in the way that the creator wanted me to experience it in. At the same time, I still like playing through games so I can experience it for myself as well. If it's like depending on the difficulty. I'd rather be a happy medium where if you played on easy, you still get to experience basically the whole game. It's just not as hard to beat. Like it takes 10 hits and you can't get hit once to kill somebody versus, all right, 3 hits, you can get 5 hits and you still pass through that person, but you still get the whole story mode and everything. But I understand the foundation of games, or certain games are built off the difficulty, and they push you to your extremes to progress through them, and that's what they're made off of. So if that's what the game is about, it's announced in the beginning, go for it, and reviewers should go ahead and say what level of difficulty they played on. If the game has different levels of difficulty, or it's easy, or they say normal was super hard, this game's gonna be hard for you to go through. Then if you make it past that mode, there's even a God mode if you want to, or an invincible mode that you could try to play through as well. But just announce that. I think it's part of the review, honestly. It's just part of the review. They just haven't been saying it. So people complaining about it now is nothing new. People want to complain.
Yeah, got it.
There's also some more behind that, but that's just some social media stuff that.
Yeah, I'm sure we kind of scratched the surface a bit, like, because there's obviously disgruntled and angered people, because you could go on Twitter and look this stuff up, and you could look up the tweet from Carl Balrog that Corey Balrog that I just said earlier, and
Balrog, not Balrog.
Balrog. I said Balrog. Is Balrog is Balrog, right? BALROG.
I thought it was BARLOG.
No, BARLROG. No, my bad. BARLOG. Balrog.
I always heard people say Barlog, and I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, it's Balrog.
One last thing I want to follow up with is I don't appreciate any reviewer that doesn't complete a game. I'm just going to put that out there. No, I don't appreciate that. Like, if you're going to review a game, give me the full review. Like, because some games start off slow. It's just like anime, TV shows, movies, any form of entertainment. The finale or getting midway through, like, hey, start playing in the beginning. It wasn't that great, but once I got midway through it and they started bringing in all the characters, I fell in love with the game. You don't get that full experience with, like, I need the full review. I don't need half
half-pass review. No, that's a good point. That's definitely a good point.
I would like, the thing is too, though, like, I would believe I feel like there's the nuances to it, like if you can't, like, if you didn't complete a game, like if it's like if it's a story game, the story, you didn't like the story, you didn't find the gameplay something like up to par or something, all that in a package, rate it as NA, like, N/A, like I didn't complete it. It just, or just don't talk about it or something. It's
find someone else that's willing to go through it.
It's one of those hard things. It's like it's one of those things that I really think people, if you are one of those gamers who really, it has to be like a balance somewhere, because there's like if you're one of those gamers who you use reviews to pick where you're gonna put your money at, then it's you're gonna probably want to have like a full on, if the game picked up or if the game is slow at the beginning and picked up, you won't really know if they never got that far. But if it's a game that's like 100 levels and it's just a puzzle game, then it's just like, well, it's just a puzzle game.
Yeah, like there's what else are you really doing? like Catherine would be a good example. That's a great game, but it's nothing but puzzles. But then that's all you're doing.
There's that story.
Yeah, but the story is really immersive. I really love the story from Catherine.
I'm thinking like a game like a Tetris Effect or something. Tetris Effect is just puzzle after puzzle. Yeah. The story gets harder, easier, whatnot. I don't think you need to complete Tetris Effect to say, hey, if you.
That's true. That's true. There are caveats to what I said. You're very right, Chris.
Yeah. All right, fellas. I think that was a pretty good topic. We can honestly keep going, but we'll go ahead and move it along. I'm good. Thanks again for humoring me.
This is why people have discussions on Twitter, because you got to have the new one.
Because people are so ready to attack everyone, man. Shit. Yeah, man. But shout out to the creators, man. From Software, we dropped their name down a couple times. Mr. Carl Balrog as well.
You need to bring back Armored Core.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. But yeah,
I know, and it's depressing. My favorite series. That was like my.
Thanks for humoring me, guys. Thanks for humoring me. And James, man, go ahead. Tell us what you got for us tonight.
Well, finally, I've completed 7 Deadly Sins, the anime. So Jesus. I've been following this anime the whole way through. the final season aired this year, which I believe is season 5. Yes. Most of the characters, as anybody may or may not know, it starts off with Leonidas. Is his name Leonidas or Melanidas?
Meliodas.
And essentially, you're following the 7 deadly sins, which is a congregation of different people from all over the world, or even if they're from the world, essentially, and they fight, good versus evil, which is angels versus demons in this case. And as you go through the show, you really start to wonder who is the correct side. I don't want to put out any spoilers, but going through the show, first couple seasons was good. The animation changed. It upset me some, or basically a lot of people, because it looked like a kid could have drew it. Overall, some of the best battles, and the main characters are Escanor, which is my favorite. Then you got Meolitis. Then you have Diana. You have Ban, and I think you have 2 more.
King is one of them, right?
King, and what's the witch name?
Merlin.
Yes. Oh, then you also have Hawk. Then you also have Hawk. Hawk is the little pig.
Yes. The mascot.
The mascot. There for added humor as you go through it. So basically, it's telling the stories of the kingdom and what they have to do to fight good versus evil, and it gives a background where they all came from. So it actually dives into each one of their background stories to figure out how they got there. And as you go through the seasons, you see how they progressed and how they got together. I like how they tied everything together as an anime as a whole, and it came to its ultimate conclusion at the end, which is the end of season 5, which I won't spoil how that ends because I want people to watch it, of course, unless they want me to do spoilers. All right, Chris or Max, have y'all watched this at all? Any of it?
I watched the first season because I got into the manga I got into the manga before the anime was created, so I was really looking forward to the anime. And I watched the first season of the anime. I really enjoyed it, but then I heard so much backlash and bad reviews for the second season, and so I kind of just left it alone. I thought I was gonna go. I was thinking about going back to it eventually.
Didn't it take forever to come out over here or something like that?
Yeah, it took a while. It was in Japan for a while, but it didn't get localized. It wasn't on Netflix. It wasn't localized in US on Netflix for some reason for a while.
Yeah, it took a long time for it to come out over here. Which,
yeah, I mean, I like Seven Deadly Sins for what it is. It's very shonen. That's the genre that it's in. So it's very shonen. It's very battle anime. Characters, has his itchy moments, like little perverted moments with Meliodas, like Meliodas and Elizabeth, their interactions with each other.
Main character is Elizabeth. It's like overall, this anime, you figure out it's not like friendship. It actually turns out to be love, and you experience that in the first season, but you really don't know, since it's shown this is going to be straight like friendship, the power of friendship, because they're all together. So it involves both of those, but love is like the ultimate theme as you progress through the anime. You feel, because even with the side characters as well, you see their interactions and who they may or may not love, and why people do things for their reasons. Everybody has their reason for something.
Their drive, their motivation.
Yeah, their motivation, even being an angel or a demon in this case. They all have some type of motivation, unless you're completely evil or supposedly completely good. But if you can be so good, and you see this with angels, you could be so good that you actually end up bad, because this is it all depends on whose side you're on, what you're fighting for.
Yeah, how far you're willing to go.
Your opponent, you think you're fighting for what you want, so of course you see the other side is bad, and the other side will see you as bad because they're fighting for what they want.
I've appreciated, not to cut you off, but I've appreciated moments where you're kind of conflicted to who you're rooting for. Like, there's no real good side. There's no good or bad side to this. It's just someone, like, when they can incorporate someone's story to completely change your mind on how you want this to end, like how you want certain characters to win or lose.
Right.
it does I remember from reading the manga, it does a good job of showing different perspectives of why the demons are bad. You know what I mean? And why the angels are good.
I might watch it.
So,
you sold me because it sounds like war, where no side's really the good side.
Exactly.
Which I do enjoy.
And that's where you could take away from it. I don't know if the anime did it any justice like that, James. You could correct me if I'm wrong.
Like
but
when they started adding the backstory, which I liked about the anime because I have not read the manga, when you start looking at the when they started putting into the backstory why people were doing certain things, you'd be like, oh, okay, I see why they did this. But then you'd be like, this person killed this many people. Your means didn't justify the end, or whatever the saying is. How you got there, how you progressed to get there. Yeah, you might have redeemed yourself, but you sure did do a whole lot of stuff.
You did a lot of grimy shit.
7 deadly sins.
Yeah, you know, that's why Itachi was always right.
You said what?
Itachi was always right.
Itachi? Oh, Itachi?
Yeah.
But the way it's 7 Deadly Sins does a good job of that. They do there's a lot of backstabbing moments. There's a lot of betrayal in it. There's a lot of
betrayal.
Questioning friendships.
Everything. Exactly. Like family members, like it's all of that is there. They all have their reasons for some way, shape, or form. Someone could be just completely bad, or others would be like, no, I had to do this because this person took me over, or I had faced this scenario. So in order to get to this final outcome, I had to do all these steps in the line. I might have been aiding you, but I was only aiding you because I was working out for myself, And it just so happens I was along the way for the ride. We grew together, but I still know what my end goal was, And they did a lot of that. In the fight scenes, when they actually got to the fight scenes and they animated it, some of them were pretty crazy. Like, you really get excited. One of the best battles was between Escanor and one of the demons. I believe it's Meolitis' brother. I forgot what his brothers. Yeah, one of his brothers. So when they're fighting and Meolitis goes off, he hits this form, which I'm not going to say. But man, like, it gets your blood boiling. Like, it makes you excited to want to see whose ass is about to get whooped. Excuse my language, but like, you get hyped for certain times. And then they dropped the movie too that came out. I was really hyped too for a lot of action. They did really great in that.
They had like multiple movies, didn't they? They had like more than one, didn't they?
I might have just watched one. It was between like the 3rd and the 4th season, it was between the 3rd and the 4th season the movie that I watched. But overall, I just want to say, as far as you want to watch an anime that has a lot of action, war, love, friendship, of course, it's big shonen, and you see drama, backstabbing. You don't know whose side you want to be on. You try to see where they go. There's a couple of twists in it as well. But once you finally figure out what they're doing and how it goes, they do a really good job of wrapping it up, honestly. I don't know how other reviewers are going to feel about it. At least for some of the animation, they picked it up in the final season, the second half of the final season, because for the 5th season, the first part, there was a fight between Escanor and Meolitis I was hyped, and I didn't even know about it. I was just reading stuff online, and then people started talking trash. It's like, yo, how come one of his arms is like is barely even drawn? Like, they like merging with the rest of their body. Like, JoJo Bizarre's Adventure does that as it progresses through the seasons. Like, how your hat is on your head, like the hat is like merged with your head, and you're like, wait a second, why aren't they two separate like parts of the body?
Wait, I know what JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, that was just a design choice for some reason.
No, that was a design choice, but 7 Deadly Sins never went that way. They only did it for certain sections, and it didn't make any sense, and it'd be like the most hype moments. Usually right now, the standard is for the really big fights. Companies have been throwing so much animation into it. Just like we just finished talking about, what's the anime that dropped on Netflix?
Record of Ragnarok?
Yeah, Record of Ragnarok.
Trash.
I was sitting thinking that the whole time. Oh, you like animated fights, but you like Record of Ragnarok?
I like animated. See, I was I was hypnotized by the lore and what they was throwing in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
I can bring it up. Like, you know, when I was watching Seven Deadly Sins, I was like, I still want to see the end of the story, so I continued to watch it. So
and as a fan, I can understand that. You went there for the story. Granted, the visuals shitted out a few times, but you still came back. Like, that's what I did with Berserk. Even though it was horrible animation, I kept coming back because I wanted to see how faithful they were to Guitar Miura's work.
I love the sound of that sword. God,
the way they make that sound, it's yeah. But it was for everything he did though. Like they had a horrible sound direction.
Lift it up. It's like, why is it so loud? I know they heard that, but I just added 7
Berserk
into my watch list. I don't know.
Definitely, I think you'll think it's worth it.
Honestly, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be
love. I was
like, so like, it has blood and gore and all that type of stuff in it. Like it has everything you honestly want. I understand that some people might not like it, but it has everything in there.
Yeah, honestly, it got a lot of shit for the animation and the route that they went.
It's probably just because, you know, like the budget, like more of the budget. I almost bought the game at one point because I saw the game was on sale.
Yeah, there's a versus game, right?
Actually, it's a versus and an RPG.
Okay, yeah, that's what they kind of do. With
I think the RPG is worth it because you know it has it has fairies in it as well. Just want to put that out there.
It does.
Fairies. It has giants. Yeah,
it got
the game has a versus mode, but it's an RPG. Like you wander around with the pig or something.
I think that's what Demon Slayers is gonna do. The new Demon Slayers game.
I don't even know how
they're doing that exact thing. They're gonna do that exact thing, but it looks good.
Oh yeah. Not. I go on
no Yaba.
I think that's gonna be like Kakarot.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like Kakarot. It's a JRPG / versus game.
Yeah, but Kakarot didn't have versus because
they just did the straight JRPG moment.
Then added that multiplayer function that people don't talk about.
But
overall, I think
I honestly recommend Seven Deadly Sins. You really get pulled into the story, honestly. Overall, it's just like if I mentioned something like Black Clover, you might not have liked it in the beginning, but once you get pulled in, you just continue to watch it. It's nothing crazy with nobody's yelling at the top of their lungs or anything like that to push you away.
Stop hating on
that. But the fight scenes, the love, the mystery, the hate, the backstabbing, all the war, it's the angels, the demon, any type of being. It's honestly great.
Who's your favorite character?
My favorite character definitely is Escanor. He's a character that he starts off. You know, somebody that's like really relatable, like, you know, regular human. You know, it hits the time, and Beast Mode is out. Beast Mode.
You mean a prideful dick that thinks too highly of himself?
The toxicity of him, to be so humble, and to hit the toxicity of the sun, literally.
You got it wrong. It's Bond, and it's always going to be Bond. All right, Bond is the best character always.
It's Bond. Escanor, then Bond, then
is that dude.
Bond is that dude. Honestly,
I'm gonna just give you a quick synopsis of who Bond is.
The representation of what I would want to be as a strong man.
You mean Pride? He's the representation of Pride. You know that, right?
Pride. Yes, Pride.
Bond is the realest. Let me just give you a quick synopsis of who Bond. Now, I'm just tell you what he.
Spoil it for me. Spoil it for me. I won't watch.
No, it's not spoiling. Just know that he's a badass, and you can't do shit to him. You can do nothing physically at all to him. Period.
He wears a red suit. Oh yeah, he has a full hair.
He might be my favorite. You said red suit?
He's Grimjaw's brother. He's Grimjaw's brother.
Grimjaw from Bleach. They do look a little similar.
Okay. I know who you're talking about.
Grimjaw's iconic.
That dude. He was
Bleach.
Iconic.
Bleach. You know what? It's okay. You don't need to like Bleach. There's a lot of people coming out the woodworks that are saying it now. I think people are saying it now to make him sound cool. But no, I understand. You probably watched Bleach around the same time I did growing up. And after a while, you growing up, you notice, you know what, this wasn't that good of a shonen.
No, I think it's because it
depends on the arc. It depends on the arc.
No, that's the problem. This is off subject for me because it's like you gotta remember I'm older than both. So when Bleach,
for like 3 years.
Yeah, so when Bleach
like
dropped,
2 years.
Different part of I was doing different things. I wasn't sitting there watching Bleach.
I was watching Naruto and Bleach.
Like that's the thing. Like I got into Naruto after I graduated college, so I went back.
Oh wow! No, I got into it in high school.
I got into it after high school for me.
Yeah,
after high school when I was
I had to go back and watch like Naruto. I went back and watched every episode of.
Why would you do that to yourself?
One Piece.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
No, it's not. Those fillers are trash. No, let me not do that.
But the main part of the story is fire.
It was good. I did read the manga.
For Bleach, it hit at that wrong time where I was just like, eh. And I watched one season and then
I get it.
This could be a one season.
I'm not mad. I enjoy Bleach for the nostalgia, and Taichukubo just did a great world building. They just pushed them too much to keep going. But
you know what? I think James will agree with me on this one. Like James, you know what was a trash anime?
Here we go. The Way of the House Husband.
No, Cowboy Bebop, man. That was trash.
Oh, you gotta die! You dare say that while I'm wearing my Ein hate? How dare you, sir?
You were thinking Way of the House Husband.
Oh man,
yeah, mess you up there.
Because I'm actually looking forward to the live action just to see, because I haven't watched the anime. I'm gonna watch the live action before the anime.
Gonna pull it off,
I don't want to feel salty about it if I watch the anime. I'm like, yo, this live action is trash. I
just wonder how they're gonna pull it off, because the anime is very like juxtaposition of, you don't really know what, like, it doesn't really go in like a easy timeline to follow.
There's no linear story with Cowboy Bebop. The only way you have to find the episodes and line them up to find the continuity with stories with characters, with particular characters, especially with Spike. You have to find the right episodes to put together to really flesh out Spike as a person, especially and Faye. Well, the whole crew, honestly, but Spike is the main vocal. He's the main character within the series. But yeah, I would, if you don't want to be the chance of being disappointed from the live action, I suggest watching the live action first, then the anime.
It's kind of like reading a book and then watching the movie, like, yo, what am I getting?
Yeah.
But to go back to 7 Sins, let me shout out the author.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The Kapa Suzuki. I don't want, if I butcher the name, sorry about that. It was the shonen featured the manga from October 2012 to March 2020. That's when it finished.
Jesus.
But it was great, man. Action, adventure, fantasy. It just says that as far as shonen, but it has love, war, death, hate, passion, backstabbing. Drama. Yeah. Good animation, some really, really good fights. Like, you get hyped for some of the fights, you know.
That's good.
Full counter. Once you
oh shit, with the Miliadas.
Yeah, once you see that full counter, oh yeah, you're gonna feel it. Yeah. Bond has some sick moves like the Reaper.
Y'all going close to spoil. I'm gonna be like,
no, deadass. Like, Bond is just a great character. Just a great character.
His outfit represents him.
But that's the thing. He stole that outfit though, so that's why it's weird.
But it still represents him.
No, but it's nothing important. Honestly, it's nothing important. It's nothing important.
Oh no. You don't understand. I'm a person who is really like, when it comes to spoilers, I am like, for certain things, I will just not ever get around
make
to
a break. I got you. All right, we'll stop talking about it. We'll stop talking.
I'm just trying to hype it up for you because it's worth the hype. You just have to get through a couple of moments. You know,
me being me, I would suggest reading the manga, but that's me.
Oh, because I listen to James and watch it. Because I
think the manga does a better job of representation, but I think the anime is going to do better representation with the fighting. I think that's where
I'm not a manga reader, like, at all.
Yeah.
Besides, well, I can't say at all anymore because of Vigilantes. That's the only one I read.
Ooh, I gotta get volume 7, and I think they're up to volume 12 right now. That's being sold. I think there's
like 2 more volumes left.
No, I think to buy. Like, I think the most recent one to buy is 10 or 12.
With the Sky Egg? The Sky Egg dropping?
Well, I don't know. I've stopped at a certain point. I only got volume 6 on my bookcase.
Don't even say anymore because
yeah.
Okay, all right.
Just picking this up.
What color is the book? Main color.
Which one? The one that I have?
Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah, he's getting the book right now. Yeah, I think there's maybe 2 after that one or 3. There's not. I don't think there's that many because I think it's done already. Or is it close to being?
I don't think so. I think it has like. Well, you might be right.
Yeah, that's the last one I have.
Later.
I think they should do a spinoff and make that an anime too.
That is a spinoff of My Hero Academia.
Yeah, that's the spinoff.
As far as an anime, make it into an anime. I think should make it into an anime.
That is like it's a good. Oh, man, that was like
a good one.
I need My Hero Academia anime to catch up too. I'm just gonna.
I got back on it yesterday. I'm trying to get back through season 4.
You ain't caught up?
Nah, yeah, I'm on season 4. I'm at the end of season 4. I'm like on episode 20 right now, so I only got like 4 or 5 episodes left.
Anime to catch up with the manga, so I don't get forced into reading the manga because it's like it's getting to like points of like, yo, what is really about to happen? Because something crazy happened with Deku, and I'm just like, yo, hold on,
I've been seeing little rumors. I don't know if it's true or not, but it seems like Deku's going through some shit.
I mean, for this part, I think he's way further in the manga because like I seen a spoiler for like his whole outfit, like just like the head part. I was like, oh, like dude looks like he been through a lot, but you know, I don't know. Only manga I've read honestly all the way through was Naruto, and actually it might have been 3. It was Naruto. Definitely Attack on Titan because I was tired of waiting. And that has some great backstory. It makes the show. That has like a lot of backstabbing stuff too. Like you watch that, you're like, oh, this is okay. But you continue to watch it, like this is one of the greatest of all time. Put that out there. Even if you don't like Attack on Titan. And there's one other one. I think Soul Eater was another one. I don't know if y'all.
So I got to get on that anime.
Oh, yeah.
I got to finish that one.
I watched that before I watched Fire Force.
Soul Eater, the manga definitely was better than the way they did the anime. Like that was upsetting, but it was good to watch. But finishing the manga
is better.
Yeah, definitely.
I got to read the manga then. Fuck it, I'll read the manga.
Yeah, that's worth it. That is definitely worth it.
I hate when they do that. Like when they release an anime and then the manga keeps going. They're just like, we wrapped up the anime, and if you don't pay attention to it, you would never know.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
and it's like, why not follow the source material? You know, I understand budget and stuff, but I'd rather you just like stop the anime and don't continue. I'd rather get the real story, honestly.
True.
Back to what I was saying about Vigilantes. Yeah, it looks like they're still going, but I know they're going into the final arc. So I don't know if they're going to end before My Hero Academia does, or they're going to end afterwards.
I wouldn't mind both, honestly. They could do both. Yeah, this one's I caught up to this one already, but I might reread it. This is 6. I gotta buy 7. I think 10 is the only one that you can buy up to right now.
How much it costs about a piece? Because I'm gonna end up buying Vigilantes.
A little less than 10. I think it's less than $12 or less than $15 for each volume.
Yeah, it's like at Walmart, $7.98.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm definitely buying all of those.
It depends on popularity, honestly, how many pages are in the manga as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it will go off from there. Like I got Monster, the whole deluxe series, and each deluxe volume costs like $30, $20 to $30. Yeah. So
buy some more manga.
Berserk Deluxe. I'm about to get the next one in August. It drops volume 8. That's just $44. So
if you keep hold on to them, they're gonna be worth some money.
Yeah, definitely.
Damn right. I mean, I unseal them though, because I gotta read them, man. I have to. That's my love. I got to.
Because with the creator passing.
Yeah, Kentaro, man. Rest in peace once again to the sensei.
You know what you can do? You can reseal them to keep them in mint condition though.
That's true, but I'm gonna read it. I want my son to be able to read it when he gets to that age, when he's only 10 years old.
Let him read it and then reseal it.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Damn, man, I wanted to give a TV suggestion, but we might be running out of time.
Can you do it in 2 minutes or something?
I could do it real quick. All right, I got a quick TV suggestion, live action TV. It's called Mr. InBetween. I want to give quick synopsis, and then I'm gonna tell you the show where you can watch it. Mr. InBetween. It's based in Australia. It's about Ray Shoesmith is a hitman for hire who makes a life out of balancing his criminal activities with his obligations to friends and family. That's all I'm gonna read right there. It's actually I'm gonna tell you the genre is dark comedy, blah blah blah. It's crime drama, comedy drama, and dark comedy. it really does a great job of towing the line between comedy and serious drama moments. Ray Shoesmith as a person is just an enigma of a character where it's like a switch for him. He could turn it on and off, the killer mode and just the family man, like just the father mode. He does a good job. I forgot the actor's name that plays him. I want to say his name is Justin Rosniak.
I've been thinking about it. I think it's going to the third season.
Scott Ryan. So yeah, the third season is his final season. The last episode is coming out this week, and I'm on season 2 right now. And first season only has 6 episodes. Second season has 11, and third season only has 9. It has 9 episodes. So it's quick to get through. I suggest it for you guys. Please watch it, subscribers, viewers. Please watch it. It's very good. I watch it on Hulu. It's an FX original, or it comes on an FX. I think it's original for FX. But it's just the Australian lingo too. For some reason, I really enjoy it.
Is that Australian black comedy?
Is that Aussie, that real Aussie thick accent? So it's so dope. I don't know why I love it, but I love it. And there's just really funny moments, and then there's some really poignant, emotional moments as well. Like it just does a crazy flip between the two, and you see how cold-blooded this dude can get. Like you really see how emotionless he could be, and he has this smile that he does in any scenario where you don't. It's so unsettling when he's doing something so cold, but when he makes that exact same smile when he's with family too. So like it's hard to distinguish between it. Like it's the same smile, but it looks so chill. It could be so chilling but funny at the same time.
Oh, so Mr. In Between, huh?
Yeah, Mr. In Between, exactly. But it's a really good show. No, it was based off of. It was originally a movie. It was based off a movie a while back. Same actor. Yep, same actor. He wrote a lot of the episodes too. The guy that's mainly the main actor, Ray Shoesmith. Yeah, Scott Ryan.
He plays Ray Shoesmith.
And the director is Nash Egerton. I'm sure maybe you guys heard of him. He's been a stunt director for a lot of movies, for a lot. Equalize is one of his standouts with Denzel Washington.
That's dope.
So he's a stunt coordinator and a director as well. But I really give this series so far 8 out of 10 right now. So, or 9 out of 10, honestly, 8.5 to 9 out of 10. It's really good, and it's only 3 seasons. So
trilogy as well. Is he going to be in a?
Yeah, he was the stunt coordinator for it. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of sweet.
You talking about Scott Ryan? Yes. Yeah. Scott Ryan was in it. But all right, that was my quick on TV mention for the episode, and we're gonna have to
Star Wars too.
It's less than a minute, bro. We gotta wrap it up. All right, please click like and subscribe. Don't forget that bell on the side. All Media Marauders content. Don't forget us on all our social media platforms as well. Please, guys, thank you so much for coming through. My host over here, please, thank you. Please be safe. Y'all take it easy. Good night. This is SNL moment. Y'all have a safe one. Be easy. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.